Dang it, it won't play. I can't get it to play. All right, we're going to try this again, okay? Oh, well. Guys, I can't get my song to play tonight for some reason. Maybe it's because of the subject we're going to be having. Okay? I would love to be able to play the song, but it doesn't want to play. Can you guys hear that? Yes. Oh, oh, oh.
I'm still here.
No, I don't want any right now. Bye. I want this. I hate phone calls.
Anger, animosity. You can't click on the little button down in the corner. Or I don't know how all this works.
I don't even.
Yes, ma'am. And we are officially up on YouTube. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Well, Jeremy, hello. Can you
Hello.
hear? All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay. Everyone, Cousin Jesse or Mona Miller story times are usually filled with joy and happiness and positive vibes. Well, I'm positive that you folks are going to really be moved by what you're going to hear from Staff Sergeant Jeremy Danels. Now, Staff Sergeant Jeremy Daniels voluntarily entered. Oh, I got to shut my YouTube down, guys. Just a minute. Okay. Voluntarily entered the service when he was in 1999. Now, this man has been through HE double hockey sticks and back again. And tonight I'm going to use my platform to allow this man to tell you what he's been through. And folks, pay attention. Okay. The government has a habit of sweeping things under the rug, wanting us to look one way when we should be looking another, wanting us to believe the things that they tell us other than the things that we see and experience. So I ask you this evening to sit back, grab your beverage or your smoke, and take and give this man time to explain to you what he has experienced, and maybe with your voices, with his voices, we can make a difference in this vet's life. Jeremy, I'm giving the floor to you.
Well, thank you. Hi, everybody. My name's, as she mentioned, my name's Jeremy Daniels, Staff Sergeant, retired. I joined in '99 at the age of 19, just to support my family. I had just be found out that I was going to be a brand new father, not all pre 9/11. I focused from '99 to 2003 primarily on my career and getting all the extracurriculars qualifications from my MOS of being a Chinook mechanic and crew member to all the hazmat and extracurricular qualifications that would be a career after service. In 2003, my company, I was a specialist stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. My company was tasked as the movement company for the entirety of division. And due to my qualifications in all forms of hazmat, from the ordering of POL to the technical disposal and transportation of POL, I was found to be mission essential during port operations. I authored all the SOPs of how to do it. They had not been written thanks to the Gulf War. Divisions didn't go. It was task forces. Task forces didn't follow an MTOW structure or the Christmas tree structure of necessary equipment. Okay.
Anytime you want anytime you wish for me to put up a page, let me know.
Yes, ma'am. If you could throw up the first page of the bio.
Okay, I don't have the bio. I've just got the 16 pages, honey, that you sent in that one email or that one post.
Just for everybody in the background, I've got over 52,000 pages of documentation and records, thanks to not only being the hazmat, DOT, and EPA guy, but also being patient zero. So I kind of get lost in what records what. So how about just the first one? We can go from there.
All righty, that'll work.
I unfortunately, so a little bit of backstory or current medical issue. I have severe aggressive onset multiple sclerosis, along with a traumatic brain injury of what would equate to a 50-cent piece sized black void in my right front parietal lobe. So my memory and cognitive plays hopscotch with somebody erasing the squares a lot. I tried to work past it, but it's a little problematic. Ooh, I would go to the opposite end of that group of paperwork. I see the one you're posting, and yeah.
This one right here?
No, I'd go further into it because that's me getting retired.
You tell me when to stop, honey.
That one will work right there.
All righty.
Oh, one back. Long form memo looks bulked in the first paragraph.
Okay, well, let me go this way.
That one.
All righty.
So that is my command memorandum for medical retirement and separation, dated in 2008, February of 2008. It's either February or March. My screen's a little hard to see, and I'm blind in one eye and diminished eyesight in the other one. But that was written by my chain of command in 2003, sending me back to the United States for medical retirement with a clinical diagnosis of severe aggressive onset multiple sclerosis with spinal cord edema after serving in Iraq for 25 months. Next page.
Next page.
Well, I should mention I was sent back to Madigan Army Medical Center, WTB, for medical separation and retirement in March of 2008. That is the second memo or second statement from my chain of command. So next memo. Those are both the Department of the Army recorded memos that are found in my permanent record. This is my VA problem list downloaded off my eHealth that is star noted in several locations with onset dates going all the way back to 2003. This is in my eHealth due to me receiving concurrent healthcare, meaning healthcare starting in Iraq all the way to today. Unlike, I'm sorry to say, a lot of veterans, yeah, I've been suffering since Iraq. Next page.
Oh, I went one too far, excuse me.
So this is my medical retirement statement dated 2013, 5 years after my statements for medical retirement and separation. That would be legal had I been injured, because TDRL is used to see for figuring time period to figure out if a service member is to either be separated, returned to duty, or retired. The Army waited to the absolute limit of time of 5 years and retired me. The three star noted items on that form, all three state not combat related per law. Next page. This would actually be the law that refers to, that specifically states that everything is combat related. Now, also on that retirement form, I was medically retired at 90%, but due to my clinical diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, which is 100% disqualification from service, yeah, the whole retirement is currently, I'm trying to fight it, but have gotten no help due to my onset dates. Next page, or is there any more? Nope. So you just had the 5.
I just have the 5. Okay, you want me to go get a different one?
These will work. So I deployed February of 2003 as the DOT Technical Transport Hazmat and CH-47 Specialist, POL handler, and hand receipt holder for 101st Port Operations Team. The onset dates on the medical record start March 23rd, 2003, 3 days after the Iraq War started. This is a year before the consolidated commercial burning, immoral commercial burning of refuse, authorized by Congress in 2001, but not started until mid-2004 using Kellogg's Brown and Root Civilian Contracting Company. Now, in 2006, or excuse me, 2005, my second deployment, I deployed to Balad Air Base, Camp Anaconda, Iraq, as the CH-47 Section Sergeant for the Owning a VIM unit for 101st Airborne Division at Camp Anaconda as the POL handler and environmental quality officer. While I was there, my severe onset, along with rashes, optic neuritis, forked nerve palsy of the left eye, and a laundry list of other items onset also started. I was seen in clinic. Since then, I have found out that DOD sent an investigating officer to Camp Anaconda, Balad, Iraq, December of 2005, 2 months after I arrived. And I had never met this individual. Come to find out, this individual requested a revision to DOD's instructions on how to handle medical records before the 101st redeployed back to the United States. August 12th, 2006, DOD instruction 6490.03 was requested was revised, stating, and I quote, to omit any field medical form DD 600, meaning all branches, that showed signs or symptoms of caustic corrosive chemical environmental exposure to prevent a tainted survey group for later. That was done in August. The Air Force owning entity of the airfield, along with the DOD investigator in December of 06, created the burn pit narrative, ignoring all pre-recognized issues. Now, this environmental quality officer will bring up the fact that the peninsula is from Kuwait port to Turkish border, 712 miles, or excuse me, 668 miles. From Kuwait harbor to Israel Palestine is only 712 miles, and has been a semi-industrialized civilization without any form of indoor plumbing, refuse disposal, or anything of that nature for the indigenous population north of 3.4 million people since biblical times. That would be like the United States not learning what recycling and trash bags are for. Now, certain entities in our federal government have realized this. With my qualifications for environmental quality officer and HAZCOM train the trainer, I have found that they have been investigating since the mid 1990s of the environmental quality through what are called periodic occupational environmental management surveys for every square inch of land mass. They have acknowledged behind the scenes everything that I'm saying, but to allow for continued deployments to the what would equate to a toxic superfund, they have made sure to change the narrative. Well, sorry, this veteran's not dead, and I'm more qualified than any of them. If anybody's got questions, feel free, because I can lead you directly to the records. I don't like liars.
Jeremy,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to ask a question, okay?
Fire away.
As a hazmat person, can you tell me what happens when you dump what you're talking about on the soil and surrounding environment of where you were stationed?
Detriment to life and existence itself. If you looked up the definition of what is called a superfund, which is defined in 49 CFR, DOT technical transport of hazmat, it's literally death itself. There are several locations throughout the United States that are classified as superfunds, and they're the areas with the red placard that has skull and crossbones on it.
So therefore, what you're telling us is that the US government knows for a fact that what was happening was poisoning our own soldiers.
And still going on to this day with current deployments without proper PPE.
Oh, okay. I understand that now. If you do not have the proper personal protection equipment, which what PPE stands for those who don't understand that language or initials, and you're going into an area with all kinds of biohazardous chemicals.
Oh, it's so much worse than that. Picture the state of Texas and remove every indoor plumbing, all trash and refuse disposal and collection and disposal in the proper clean air ways that the United States has. And picture that going on for more than 2,000 years.
Okay, so that's what's been happening. That's what it is like over there. As you said today, over there, people wipe their excrement and then eat with the same hand. Okay?
And they have nowhere to bathe.
Those people have been there for years and years and years, and they have accepted immunity to all of these parasitical diseases. Okay? They have built up an immunity to it.
The common cold in the United States, if an individual from the Southeast Asian region comes to the United States and gets the common cold, in their region, it could be the plague. Where if they bring the common cold from over there, it could be the plague here. Our epidemiology, what we are born into and develop immunity. Oh goodness, immunity. There you go. With what we develop an immunity. Plus, we get shots. We get all these inoculations. They don't have that over there. Their bodies naturally have learned to defend themselves against everything. Where we go over there and we're dying within a month.
I mean, it's like I caught the measles. Well, once I got the measles and got over it, my body had natural immunity to ever catching it again.
Well, it's like drinking. If you go from New York or you go from California to New York and drink the water, it's going to terrorize your stomach.
Yeah.
Well, in this instance, you're going from your bed, your air, to their bed and their air. And that don't work. Everyone born in a region develops individual immunities.
Yes, that's science. That's provable science. So therefore, what we're trying to say, or what you are saying, and what I firmly believe that every word out of your mouth, that somebody needs to step up. You know, we've always been waiting on they're going to do it. Well, my people know how to, we're going to do it. Okay. It can be done. Okay. It really can, folks. I've got a very, very simple local example right now. Last Tuesday, there was this huge, enormous potholes in the parking lot of Walmart. But it was in a place that Walmart didn't claim it and the grocery store didn't claim it. But I got on the telephone with my employee, the mayor of Branson, and said, this looks really, really bad for tourism. Get it fixed. I seen one lady drop half her tire in that hole. That's how deep it is. You know, I went up there today and it has been fully repaired because I talked to the person who was in charge. Well, we, the people, are in charge of what's happening to Mr. Danels. Okay? We, the people. And I'm going to tell you what, I want every last one of you to find your local Veterans Administration number, and I expect you to give them a phone call. Do you know this man has yet to receive his Purple Heart? That's unfair. That's unjust. That is an abomination to everything that I hold near and dear.
Well, and
I want you to call. I want you to call your senator, both of them, and your local representative. And then I expect you to make a call to the White House. Remember, I've told you before, though every phone call to the White House must be recorded and maintained for a minimum of 7 years. So call, leave a message, tell them that they need to take up this case. And for those law people out there listening in, this man's got a lawsuit. This man's got a lawsuit he can win. And you know what that means? You take this case pro bono, you get paid on the back end. And no more than 25%. Do you understand? You all get out there. We have attorneys listening right now. There are people out there who know attorneys. And we need a good attorney. An attorney like practices for Trump, maybe. Okay? A J. Paul Getty. We need a good one. An Alan Dershowitz. Okay? We need a good attorney, and you all know how to do that. Now I've got a little secret for you. Okay? Just a moment. I've got to present something here. Share the screen.
And I can tell you a little bit more about the awards.
Guess what, folks? This man has a ticket to go see Trump in Las Vegas. I want you all to think about that. Now, if any of you out there on the line know anyone who's going to the Trump rally in Las Vegas, you help this man move to the front of the line. This man needs to hand his information to that special blonde-haired president of ours so that he may also fight this battle. What he has not informed you is the number of men and women who are being treated exactly the same that served in the Gulf War. Okay? I need you folks to know that this man will be going to the Capitol building. I mean, not the Capitol building, but to Trump's rally. Okay? And I want you to see this man has asked what he should actually wear, and I really like his battle fatigues.
I'm not taking the tank chair, though. I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm taking the regular chair.
You're taking the regular chair, okay? Do you have a way to fly a flag on that chair?
It's got a flag on it.
All right.
And I'm going to be wearing my flag. I'm going to be wearing my ACU top, showing that I'm a chicken sandwich.
Okay, darling. You know what? Folks, if you see this man, it's the picture on the left. Am I correct, Jeremy? Kind of
I'm
like
rolling back. Hold on. Yes, just with an eye patch.
just with your eye patch. Okay. Now, folks, if you happen to be at that rally and you see this man, you help move him to the front of the line for me, please. It would be a greatly appreciated, as he gave for you, so you do for him. Okay? These are my peeps, darling. And I'm telling you that I've got some wonderful human beings out there in this world. And y'all know how to make your phone calls. Okay, you know how to do your emails. Okay, make sure you email, make sure that you text, okay, and then follow everything up with a phone call to both your senators, your representative, your governor, and the mayor of your city. Okay, you want to hit all 5 levels of government with this story. We're going to pass it out far and wide. We're going to make sure that everyone's aware that when this man shows up at the rally and hands Donald Trump his information, that he's already heard about it through the grapevine and is fully aware of this man coming to his rally, because you're going to share it. Share it on Rumble, folks. Truth, X, Twitter, Twatter, MeWe, Give, Gab, whatever. You get this out there far and wide. With your help and your support, Mr. Jeremy Daniels will not only get his pension that he is entitled, his compensation he is entitled to, but you know what? I got a feeling that Mr. Donald J. Trump or someone is going to give him the Purple Heart he so deserves. Now, I'm going to post the link, or I'm going to have
Can I add something?
Yes, you can.
I'm not necessarily after the money or the award. I want a job of fixing the VA because I don't want any more freaking. So over 14,000 service members from 101st deployed in 2003. I've collected over 3,000 obituaries thanks to malfeasance and maltreatment. I want a job with the VA to correct things. I don't just want a job. I'd love to be the damn secretary because I'm good at auditing and streamlining things. And I'm overly qualified.
What do you think
I
of
don't
that?
want no more dead bodies. My brothers and sisters need to stop dying.
So everybody, here we go. We're going to let anybody who wants to. Angie, you want to post the StreamYard? Can you post the StreamYard link, or do I have to?
Owen, I don't want the paycheck from being VA secretary. I just want to correct things. I'll do it for free.
Oh, by the way, Miss Angie said to share your Cash App, please.
Oh, so I'll just say it. JDan807.
Did you get that, Miss Angie? Chris, either one of you? I have to. Okay, I'm posting it right now.
JDan807. I tend to be very short with things because multiple sclerosis sucks when it comes to fine motor skills and functionality. And last MRI, I was north of 180 lesions between brain, C-spine, and T-spine. So I'm kind of still working, but the wiring's all kinds of screwed up. And my MS has been deemed medication resistant by the War-Related Inter-Illness Study Center. After multitude of reviews, they deemed it It should be combat related, but due to no precedent, I am Gulf War related. I was 10 years old when the Gulf War happened, which kind of means I should be precedent.
I don't know.
Just throwing that one out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up so that the StreamYard link is on my YouTube channel chat, I reckon. So I've got to turn on my YouTube channel for just a moment here, folks. I might get an echo when I do this. All right. It's a little slow.
And anyone who questions what I've said, I have posted most of the documentation on my personal profile on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I don't have True Social because, yeah, it got screwed up during the login process, and due to my fine motor function loss and no real help, yeah, I get to stare at it. It's on my phone.
Okay, I do believe that it has been posted. If anyone wants to come up and ask Sergeant Danels any questions, I'll bring you up and, keep it polite, keep it on subject. And by the way, be respectful, because I've got some really good mods and I'm real quick with shutting off your picture and your mic. So, folks, come on up here and you got questions for this man? He's probably got answers. As you say, he says he's a hazmat specialist. And Chrissy, I know that you're there in East Palestine and that you might have some questions for this man. He is an expert in his field and he can tell you what happened to your air and your ground and your houses in East Palestine.
I've actually been one of the primary contributors on social media about it and been making negative comments because how that has transpired and gone down is completely wrong.
Yes, very wrong. Most of us know that.
Criminal. No, not wrong. Excuse me. Criminal. How things were handled when it comes to contaminated soil and reclamation. If you look in 49 CFR and all the cross compatibility charts and emergency procedures, what happened and what was ordered of the burn off and runoff is, per federal mandate, criminal. Look at DOJ's website when it involves 49 CFR and the technical transport of hazmat.
Ain't nobody been charged with nothing. They settled out of court. How about that? $6 million. Really?
That's not right. That if you go based off that, contact Aaron Brockovich, because no, that's criminal. And the fact that the government stepped in with the Secretary of Transportation with his lies, and I state they are lies based on the fact that I am a federally qualified indefinite HAZCOM train the trainer and DOT technical transport hazmat. The statements and actions were criminal and should be brought up on charges.
You got my vote. Okay, you got my vote for Secretary of the Veterans Affairs. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. And Donald Trump, if for any reason you might be watching or get this in some area, you need to be looking at this man to be a member of your cabinet. Okay, at least he's been there. done that, got the scars to prove it, and he knows what he's talking about. Well, no one's come up so far, so I guess it's not going to be a Q&A. But I do want to say thank you very much, Jeremy, and I hope this helps you. And do you have a Cash App?
Yes,
If so,
I gave
please.
you the Cash App
Okay.
name earlier.
Say it again. And Chris, can you make sure it gets posted in the chat? Say it again.
JDAN 807 is my Cash App name.
All right, folks. If you want to help this man, he's going to be Ubering, folks, to the rally in Las Vegas with Donald J. Trump. And we hope that he gets recognized while he's there. And with your help and the help of social media, we can make that happen. I know we can. I love you. Hugs, everybody. And I'll see you Thursday at 6. Same time, same station.